Just want to double check and make sure that we are in fact live this time. And we are in fact live. Hello, race fans. Welcome to another edition of the AIR League Racing. Coming to you from Kentucky today. Unfortunately, the stream got messed up in the last race, so no stream available. It was really weird, and I don't know what exactly happened there, but everything seems to be in order now, and we're going to be ready for an 8-car shootout. 50% this time. All the drivers are loading into Kentucky, and we're going to be loading in right there with them so we can be alongside when the green flag drops. Saw a nice race, saw a really good race by Dan the Man last week. Give a shout out to him. He was able to win the race at the Glen. And now all the cars are lining up. And we are going green. 19mm will lead you to it. Followed by the 88 of BDR JE Racing. And that is the 3-car Tristan Dobbs rocking the Americana paint scheme with the 37 diving to his inside. Unable to make it stick. Has to let off and ride the car up the hill. And now BDR Tristan Dobbs looks to make the pass for P2. Although the outside line will prevail this time. And it will be the 88 holding on to second. Here comes the 20 of Sir Gillians. Constant top 5 car, usually in the top 3, trying to work his way through the field. Wasn't able to put down a qualifying lap, so had to make his way up from the back. And now has his number 20 DeWalt Toyota all the way up to P4. And you see the jambling of cars behind him. The 34 and the 37. Look at the 00 of BMS Fast. They're 3 wide down the backstretch. Oh, the 37 elects to back out and get behind the 34 as they stay side by side for P5. 2 by 2, we go up to the front with the 3, getting by the 88. And here comes the 20 of Sir Gillians. Gonna look to his inside as well, trying to use the inside line. Gonna get by the 88. 88 drops 2 spots in one corner. Here comes Sir Gillians to the outside. Ooh, runs the car up the hill though. Gave it a little bit too much. Stays on the quarter panel of the 3. With a 3 able to get back by and hold on to P2. Sir Gillian's going to dive it in to the inside. Going to try the slide job maybe. They run each other up the hill. And the side-by-side action continues. 88 going to try the highest line. Going to try and use that outside momentum as the 3 crosses over the 20. BDR Tristan Dobbs not willing to give up P2, and 19mm continues to break away as these cars behind him continue to fight for position. As the 3 runs the 20 all the way up to the wall, and here comes the 88 of JE Racing. Back to the inside. We're 2 by 2 again for position number 2, and they're wrecking in the back. Oh, BMS Fast. Gets caught up, and now they're 3 wide for second. Sir Gillians at the top. The 3 in the middle of Tristan Dobbs, and that is the 20 gets loose. Oh no, he comes down the racetrack on the 88 of JE. But look at the 34, last week's race winner, now up to position number 2 after fighting so hard just to get into the top 5. And the 20 looks to be loose on exit, goes wide again out of 4. And now finds himself at the back of this field. As BMS Fast now appears that his race is over. Must have broken the suspension. Has had a suspension damage. And that will take him out. Look at the lead 19mm has on this field. So much side-by-side action. For the second position, now gives 19 an absolute advantage over the rest of this pack. As now we are on lap number 9. 39 laps in stage 1. As now everybody seems to have leveled out a little bit. The fight back here for position number 4. Spicing up as Sir Gillians looks to make a rebound. He'll be to the inside of the 37 and Ice Gamer Paul. And now he looks to get to... Ooh, gives the 17 a shot going out of turn 2. And now looks to the outside. The 17 going to cut the nose off and get him into the wall. Ooh, case of clear, not clear there. The 20 going to fight it back through 3 and 4. Stay to the bumper. Get as much draft as he can. He's going to look to the high side again. Cut it down low as the 17 goes to make the block. The 17 is fighting hard for that position. As now we go back to the front. JD. Oh, Tristan Dobbs. And JE Racing bounce off each other down the backstretch. And JE will take over position number 3. As don't look now, but Dan the Man might be closing in on the 12 car hour leader. Starting to run that middle groove. Right in that second lane through the corners, trying to just find the grip that car needs to catch 19mm. 88 starting to break away from the 3. The 3 car starting to lose ground on position 3. As now Sir Gillians able to break through. Back into the top 5 he goes. Now running the middle, running the real middle groove. That might be where that car works the best. As the 34, lap by lap, 10th by 10th, continuing to close in on that 12 of 19mm, who continues to pace the field. Now as we are coming to lap number 14 here in stage number 1, giving us 20. Sorry, I'm trying to do math here. 26 laps to go, I believe. My math could be absolutely wrong there, but I'm going to stick with it for right now. As there will be a green flag cycle of pit stops. That will have to happen here in stage 1. 1-9 right now continuing to pace the field. The eyes are on number 34 of Dan the Man. Continuing to try and close that gap, and it appears that he still is. And the 20 is Sir Gillians, riding in P5 as they run, trying to close the gap to his competitors. Now the field pretty well spaced out as they run right now, about a good 2-second gap between 3rd and 4th, and I want to say it's about the same here between 1st and 2nd. And it seems to have stabilized as it appears to right now. Dan the Man trying to wrap that bottom. Trying to get as much through the corners as he can to try and close this gap. And it appears through all this, the 20 of Sir Gillians is apparently, as they run in P4. So what happened to the 3? You can see the 20 right ahead of him. JD Racing better be careful because he's got that 20 starting to chase him down as well. The gap between 3rd and 4th, about a 2nd and a 10th. How long will it take for that gap to close? We go back to the 34, whose gap from the leader is still relatively the same. I think 19 might be breaking away a little bit. But still, last week's race winner probably just trying to keep himself in the best position possible. So when these green flag pit stops go underway, we can put themselves in the best spot. As I just missed a lap count on one of the streams. Now I have 21 laps to go here in stage number 1. And you can see the gap starting to close between the 20 and the 88. And there go the leaders. You just saw it, the 34 and the 12. Nose to tail, that is awesome news for that 34 to be right on the bumper. All right, who's coming down this time? The 88 looking like he's going to take a wide entry into the pits. And he shall, the 20, taking a more shallow approach. And you can see the difference. The higher arc onto pit road seems to be the prevailing entry. That is the 17 of Eagle also on pit road. And here come the 34 and the 12. You see the gap. The 34 trying to catch the 12's draft as they come onto the race, as they come back onto the course. Now on the back stretch they run. We're going to run with the 34 this lap to hear him make his way around Kentucky. Now we get back to the 34 of Dan the Man. The gap staying relatively the same now. Now we're going to see who's got the short run car and who's made for the long run between the two. Now that the gap is significantly shorter than how it was when they first came down. As the 3 of Tristan Dobbs now rejoins the course in front of the 17 of Jeagle. 37 on an island by himself, Sir Gillian. That's the time lost on pit road, on pit entry right there. He's definitely going to be thinking about that the next time he will come down. Which right now the gap between 4th and 3rd was under a second. Now 1.3 second difference between Sir Gillian's and that 88. And now we got a battle for the lead. The 34, Dan the Man, your winner from a week ago, to the inside of the points leader. The 12 of 19, and he will complete the pass. Move Dan the Man to the point. And now he will lead him around Kentucky. And we saw that before the green flag pit stop, that the 34 could close in on the 12, and the 12 ain't done yet. We got 15 laps to go here in stage number 1. And the 12 all over the bumper of the 34, Dan the Man. And now looking to the outside. Uses the draft. They're going to be side by side when they go into one. We're going to go on the roof cam to see it go down. 34 got a little bit better entry, but how will the 12 be able to carry the arc through the corner? It will be the 34 holding on to the lead. 12 not really holding his own on the outside, but you see the run he gets. It's not enough to get back to the inside or the outside. Right now, this is the only battle on the track right now as they run till this stage comes to a close. Now we have 13 laps to go. I thought it was a 12, it was a 13. Now as they come out of turn 4, they're coming now to 12 laps to go, and the 12 of 19 is not done yet. With Dan the Man, I think he's gonna just ride in the wake of that 34 and wait till the end of this stage in order to try and make a move to steal the stage win away from the 34. But we have 12 laps to go, 11 and a half now before any of that happens. It's all about plotting your moves. What a battle this is going to be. As now the 17 and the 37 are back on pit road. Jeagle and Nice Gamer Paul. 19. Now looks to the outside of the 34. How will he be able to carry it in turn 1? You see just how good that 34 is on entry, but the 12 going to try and keep it with him. Oh, try to use the outside momentum. Not going to be able to make it stick that time. This 34 is going to be a tough car to pass. As I want to say the 37 and the 17 might have mechanical failures. They might be done. And all of a sudden, now it is a 5-car race at Kentucky. Unfortunate, you hate to see it. For those 3 cars. Cars that are known to have good runs. Unfortunately, mechanical and suspension failures will run them out of this one. And now we see the 34 starting to break away from the 12. Is the 34 going to be able to hold on? 8 laps to go in stage 1. Twelve of 19, not willing to give up the fight for the lead as he's now going to take a peek to the inside. The 34 quick to cut the door. Oh, 34 into the wall at the entry of turn 1. 12 unable to capitalize, did not lose enough speed to let the 12 get to his inside. 6.5 laps to go in stage 1. Now, 12 still right there. 1 second gap between 3rd and 4th. Over 3 second gap between 2nd and 3rd. 19 is not letting go of Dan the Man. Not yet. Now we come to, I believe, 5 to go. Dan the Man trying everything to keep 1-9 behind him. Oh, 1-9 gonna cut it low. Trying to find any wiggle room. Now look at all the time he lost. But I think the run he's gonna have out of 4 is gonna be able to draw him back to the 34. 4 to go in stage 1. Now you just see him in that 34's weight. Oh, the 12 into the wall! Oh, the 12 of 1-9! Oh, no! You saw it there. He got into the wall. Heavy front end damage. Once he got unstuck from the wall, it shot his car to the inside. Saw him right up the corner, right up the hill in turn 2. That should just about give the stage win to Dan the Man now, with coming to, I think, 2 laps to go or 3 laps to go in the stage, somewhere around there. Oh, and look at the 3 car of Tristan Dobbs. You can see the front end damage from the incident he had earlier in the stage. Now the battle will be between these two for position. Now you see the 3 of Tristan Dobbs go to the inside of the 12. The 12 definitely has some damage done to that car. It might be affecting the way it runs right now. Yeah, you can hear it. That car is definitely not running at full blow. And somehow, Sir Gillian's got by the 88 of JE Racing to move himself up to P2. Now here we come back around. And I actually think that was the stage end of 34 of Dan the Man, your stage 1 winner. And the 20 of Sir Gillian's will come by in P2. The 88 of JE Racing will finish P3. And unfortunately, you see them there, the cars that are DNF'd from today's event. You hate to see it happen so early in a race like this, but we fight on. As now we look to see what the drivers do on pit road. What changes can you make to your car to make it run a little bit better? We know that the 12 definitely going to need to make his own changes and definitely repairs to that car. As now, here we go, getting ready to go back green. The 20 of Sir Gillian's going to lead him down, using a little strategy to put himself up front. And now you see him lead him to green. 37 laps in stage 2. And now here comes the 88 to the inside of the 34. And now the 3 looking to make it 3 wide. Couldn't get to his inside. JE Racing and Dan the Man, though, continue to be side by side as they go into turn 1. Oh, and now here we go. The 3 looking to put his nose in there. Ooh, gets up into the 34. Tries to clear himself and almost causes a little bit of a crash on the backstretch. But the 34 of Dan the Man will climb that 34 to P2. And the 3 and the 88 continuing to battle for position, and the 12 behind them looking to get himself back to the front. Now the 34 of Dan the Man tries to close in on the 20 of Sir Gillians. And what a job by Sir Gillians. Was riding in P3, now finds himself in the lead and is doing a very good job of holding it there. As now you see the 12 of 19 going by the 88 of JE Racing. That's one spot he needed. And now, can he get by the 3 of Tristan Dobbs? Looks to the inside. He's going to dive it into turn 3. The 3 going to give him the bottom. And you see the 20 going way wide on in the middle of turns 3 and 4. You see the run that the 34 gets. He is now about a half a car length away from the back of that 20. So I'm getting a little loose on entry. So the back come out on the 20. He just doesn't have that looks a little tight through the middle of the corner. You see that car drift up the hill. The 34 right on him is now, you see behind them, the 12 of 19mm, able to put the 12 back in position number 3. He's hoping they fight for just a little bit, so that way it allows him to close that gap. We want to see more of the 34 and the 12. Oh, you see the 20 get a little loose in front of the 34. Cuts the nose off trying to get back on the racetrack. You see him there, just 1 and 2 is not his corner. Oh, he's in the wall, and here comes the 34, Dan the Man. And into turn 3, and back to the lead goes Dan the Man, but here comes the 20. Ooh, he's going to sneak to his inside, or at least try to. The 34, Dan the Man cutting the nose off, and here comes the 12 of 19. They battled just long enough to get the 12 back to the lead battle. This is what we've seen all year. The 20 in the top 3. The 12 in the top 3. The 20 and Sir Gillian's going to dive it to the inside of the 34. He is there. And he is clear. Moves Sir Gillian's back to the lead of Kentucky. Oh! Contact made between the 34 and the 20. The 34 on the losing end of that. Now loses not only second, but also drops to 4th. As now the fight is on for the lead. The 12 of 19 to the inside. The 20 of Sir Gillian's on the outside. Who's going to have the advantage? As it is right now, it will be the 12 of 19mm. And he will clear the 20 of Sir Gillian's to take the lead away. And now the 3 of Tristan Dobbs. To the inside of the 20. He will clear the 20 of Sir Gillian's as well. Sir Gillian's from the lead to position number 3. And now the 3 and the 12 can duke it out for the lead. And the 34, Dan the Man, has some ground to make up. Because now we are on lap 10 of 37 here in stage 2. Sir Gillian's not done. Oh, the 12 of 19 shoots up the hill. Here comes the 3 and the 20. Oh, tight on entry. Just shot it up the hill. Loses 2 spots. And now looks to get the nose under the 20 of Sir Gillian's. But Sir Gillian's looking to take the lead away from the 3 of Tristan Dobbs. You can see them running side by side. We're going to go to the roof cam to see who gets the edge out of turn 2. Right now, it looks like the 20 of Sir Gillians as they stay relatively even. And now, Sir Gillians will come out of turn 4 and clear the 3. But here comes the 3 back to his inside. He's going to chop the nose off, cut off the run from Tristan Dobbs, and move Sir Gillians back to the lead. 26 laps to go in stage 1, or 2, sorry. And do not count out the 12 of 19 millimeter. He is still there, and here comes the 34. Re-entering the fight for the lead as well, but Tristan Dobbs back to the inside of the 20 of Sir Gillians, and Tristan Dobbs will be your race leader once more. And what a battle for the lead we have here. Tristan Dobbs, your Bristol winner. He's had a couple of good runs. Going as of late is now, I think they might be almost 3 wide for the lead. The 12 lost it on the entry of 3. And he's going to now help the 3 try and break away from the 20. And Sir Gillians, we stay side by side. As now the 34, oh, they made contact down the back straightaway. And now they're 2 by 2. And now here comes the 34 Dan the Man, but look at the run the 3 has on the high side. Able to stay just ahead of Dan the Man, only just. Now you can put a blanket over the top 4, as we now have 22 laps to go in stage number 2. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the 34 and the 3. Gonna shoot the 3 up the hill. Here comes Dan the Man to the inside. Oh, and look at the run he gets into turn 1. Shoots ahead. He's gonna do the slide job ahead of the 3 of Tristan Dobbs. And he will take second away. Now Dan the Man continues his march back to the lead. Oh, Tristan Dobbs is not done yet, but you gotta know the 20 of Sir Gillians is loving all the fighting he's seeing going on behind him, allowing to stretch out this lead he has going. 20 laps to go in stage 2. Oh, the 20 must have gotten in the wall because he is absolutely off the pace going into 3. He will run the high line and move the 34. Oh, never mind. That's why he's out the pace. They're all coming down to pit. The 34 and the 20 actually stay out. The 3, the 12 and the 88 all come down. What an entry by the 88 of JE Racing. Right on the bumper of the 12 compared to where he was. Oh, and the 20 got loose out of 2. He's in the wall. And now has to set the car up for entry. He has to do a better job than he did last time on pit entry. And he will do just that. Not as close as he would like to be to the 34. But now the fight for the lead of the first 3 is on. Here comes the 3, the 12. And the 88. Oh no, a penalty for the 88 of JE Racing. Not what you want to see. But luckily it's only stage 2. He's got plenty of time to make that ground up. And the 3 of Tristan Dobbs will come out in front of the 12 and not even close. But now the question is, where will the 20 and the 34 fall? You see the 3 going across the line right there, the top of your screen. And it looks like the 3 and the 12 will be able to come out ahead of the 20 and the 34. Dan the Man. So much ground to make up now. As the 12 of 19 tries to cut into the lead that 3 car has. In the 34, you see the ground he needs to make up on the 20. Right now, 2 seconds back from the 20 is Sir Gillians. Sir Gillians about a second off of 19, and then a second and a half between the 12 and the 3. Oh boy, the 12 cutting into the lead now, 4/10 separate first and second, still about a second from second to third. And the gap staying relatively the same from there back to the 34 of Dan the Man. But right now, the battle for the lead is on to see who will win stage number 2. 9mm continuing to close in on the 3 of Tristan Dobbs. He is about half a car length. Runs the 12 up high. Going to try and see if he can use the outside line. Here with 13 and a half laps to go in stage number 2. He is there on the bumper of the 3 is the 12. Now can the fighting between these two allow the 20 of Sir Gillians back into the fight? Sir Gillians now only 7/10 off of the back of 19. And if you see the 20 closing in, that also means the 34 of Dan the Man is doing the same thing. Now that time across the line, we have 12 laps to go. Here in stage number 2, and Sir Gillians is closing. The gap now 3/10 of a second between second and third. It'll be a 3-car fight for the lead when they come to the line this time. 11 laps to go. Gotta think 19 knows he's faster than the 3, but here comes the 20 of Sir Gillians to the inside. Gonna jump to the high side, and he'll look to take the race lead going into 3. The high line so difficult here at Kentucky. You have to have your car absolutely perfect to be able to run it up there and gain any time at all, or even just stay where you are next to the guy on the bottom. But now the 20 of Sir Gillians, after getting to P2 and fighting for the lead, will fall back to the 3rd spot. And the 34, you see him in the back, continuing to close in on these 3. Dan the Man trying to get himself back in to this fight for the stage win. 1.7 seconds off of P3, which is the 20 of Sir Gillians, now the 12 of 19 as the 20 goes by. Tristan Dobbs, though, continues to stay your leader. Now we have under 10 laps to go. We have 9. And here comes the 20 to his inside. Oh, but he gets loose to the bottom. Oh, runs the car low. Now you see the 3 blocking the 12. Is that going to allow the 20 of Sir Gillians to be able to use that outside momentum? He'll get to the 12 inside of the 12 of 19. 8 laps to go this time. The 20 and the 12, even though they're doing a lot of side-by-side racing, the 20 up into the wall again, loses the momentum he had from the outside. And now the 12 to his outside will try to take back P2. Unable to do so, Sir Gillians holds on to second. And don't look now, but here comes the 34 with a handful of laps to go. He should be able, to re-enter the fight for the lead. What a recovery job by the 34, Dan the Man. And there he is. You see him right there on the back of the 12. About a car length separates him from third. Oh, Sir Gillians, oh boy, tries to take evasive maneuvers to set his car up for the corner. You see him get a little loose there, but able to get it back together and have a pretty successful entry. Is now we're going to be 3 wide for the lead. Oh, but Sir Gillians saw the gap between the cars tighten up, and he decides to back out, plays it safe, and now you see the run he gets on the 3 coming out of 4. Now we are coming to 5 laps to go, and look who's here! Dan the Man! Past the 12. Oh, they make contact into 1. The 20 goes up into the wall. Oh, no. Unfortunate. The 20 and the 12 take themselves out of contention, potentially, for the Stage 1 win. Now it is between the 3 of Tristan Dobbs and the 34 Dan the Man, and Dan the Man is looking to his inside. Through the tri-oval, who will have the better entry into 1? And it looks like it will be the 34 of Dan the Man. What a job coming back through the field after being down 3 seconds off the leader. And now he finds himself in the lead with only a handful of laps to go in Stage 1, but you know this race ain't over for the lead yet. The 3 is still there. Just has to set him up. 3 laps to go this time. The 12 of 19 able to take away third from the 20 of Sir Gillians, and I don't even think the 12 of 19 is out of this yet. He's only 8/10 off the lead. You see him going below that yellow line, going below that, allows the car to turn a little better, allows that little bit of extra grip down there, helps the car turn through the center of the corner, allowing him to close that gap even more. The 20 of Sir Gillians, though, not going away. But here comes the 3 of Tristan Dobbs to the inside of the 34. He's going to look to take the lead back, and he will. Tristan Dobbs, your leader again at Kentucky, with, I believe, 1 lap to go in Stage 2. Yes, it is. 1 lap to go. This is the final lap in Stage 2. The 12 is back to the 34. But does he have enough time to do anything? He's going to look to go to the inside. The 34 cuts the nose off of the 12. That should no doubt give the Stage 2 win to the 3 of Tristan Dobbs, and it does. The 34 of Dan the Man comes in second, and the 12 of 19, P3. All right. Ready to go back to green. This is start stage 3, the final stage of the race. We're back under green. The 3 of Tristan Dobbs will lead him around. The 12 of 1-9 to his outside. You just see how much the inside line means here at Kentucky. 3 able to clear the 12. The 34 now gets to 1-9's inside. And he will look to clear the 12 of 1-9. And the 88, can JE Racing stay with these 4 and keep it a 5-car battle for the lead? Hasn't really had the run at Kentucky. He's been one. But right now finds himself in with the, oh no, the 20! Clips the apron, and that's a 2-car wreck. And that will bring out the yellow. Oh, Sir Gillians clips the apron going through turn 2. Comes back across and collects the 88 after I just was talking about him needing a good run. Yeah, just got caught on that apron. Both tires below the apron. You really only want to have one. But got a little bit too much there. And now we'll re-rack them. The 12 and the 20 and the 88 will start in the back, but now it is the 3 still leading them around, and the 34 will start up high in P2. And he will look to try and get to the bottom, but he just has too much of a run. Gonna try and pinch the 3 into the corner to hold him to the bottom. And now you see the 3 going up high to block. But what a run through the top of 3 and 4 by the 3 of Tristan Dobbs. Not able to clear the 34, but actually he might. Now the 34 is there, able to use the side draft, keeps himself alongside the 3. Now you see the 34. Able to stay side by side. This is the longest side-by-side battle we've had all day. And not as good that time through 3 and 4 was the 3 of Tristan Dobbs. The 34, Dan the Man, able to get by, and the 12 wants to get himself through as well. What a job by these 2, the 12 and the 34. Even though they haven't been up front through this entire event, they have definitely been the class of the field, able to work themselves through traffic and able to always find themselves in either first or second. And right now, Dan the Man is your leader as they run currently. And now we have 45 laps to go. That means there will be 2 green flag stops this stage. Oh, you saw the 20 get into the wall. Allows the 3 back to his inside to take back position number 3. 20 just been so tight today. You just see him through 1 and 2. If he doesn't back up his entry, you just see him ride up the track. He's not having the car under him that he wants. With the 12 of 1-9 to the inside of Dan the Man, will look to take back the race lead. Ooh, not clear was the 34. Oh, the 12 had to let off. Almost ran that car into the grass. Giving the 34 the lead back and allowing the 3 of Tristan Dobbs to P2. And look behind, it's the 88 of JE Racing. To the inside of Sir Gillians, he'll take away 4th position. Oh, but got tight through 3 and 4, runs up the hill, and Sir Gillians will move back to his inside and look to clear as we now have, waiting for the lap count here, about 42 laps to go. You see what a tight 3 and 4 did to the 88. Lost a whole bunch of time. Now has to play the recovery game again. But Dan the Man looking to go back to back here in the Air Racing League. Won last week in dominant fashion at the Glen. Sir Gillians gave him a good fight in stage 3. But at the end of the day, Dan the Man took the lead and never gave it back. And now looking to do the same here, but he has a good chunk of time from now until the checkered flies. Ooh, gets in the wall out of 4. That's definitely not going to help him. It's going to allow that 12 of 19 to creep eerily ever closer. And now back to his bumper is the 12 of 19. What can he do to get by the 12 and put the number, or to get by the 34 and put the 12 back in the lead? We'll ride on board with the 12 this time of 19. Get the bird's eye view perspective. Laps to go. And look behind these front two, the 3 of Tristan Dobbs. Looking to the inside of the 20 and the 12. Looking to the inside of the 34. Carried a little bit too much into the corner, had to back off in order to keep everybody from wrecking. And the 3 of Tristan Dobbs able to get by Sir Gillians to take back the 3rd spot. The race that started with 8 is now down to 5 early exits in stage 1. Mechanical failure and suspension damage on the 00 after a hard crash to the inside wall that took him out of this one. There you see the leaders going by. Now you see the 3 and the 20 starting to lose ground here with the 2 leaders, and the 88 starting to lose ground with 3rd and 4th. And I think that's exactly how 19 and Dan the Man want it. Leave the battle in between us. Now you see Sir Gillians looking back to the 20. Using every single line he can to try and get back by the 3. Unable to make it stick though. And the 12, more than content to ride behind the 34. If he sees a shot, he'll take it like he does right now. Tried to look to the inside of the 34, wasn't able to make it stick yet again. Has to give up the spot, or the fight for the spot. And now the 20, back to the inside of the 3 of Tristan Dobbs. Sir Gillians trying to get the most out of that 20 car. And he will take away the 3rd spot again. Sir Gillians back to the 3rd spot. You see the 12 and the 34 going haywire in the front. The 12 trying to find any line he can use to get by the 34 of Dan the Man. Ooh, makes contact with the outside wall down the backstretch. A little squirrely out of 2. I want to say, caution to make contact. Oh, we have the 88 of JE Racing coming down this time. Gonna lead him down and start this cycle of green flag stops. How will the others follow? Oh, the 20th Sir Gillians ran up the hill at a 2. You saw him having to let out of the throttle. And once the car caught, shot him to the inside. And what a job by this 34. Dan the Man. Came in at the Glen with the plain old banana scheme. No sponsors or nothing on it. Excuse me. And now, here he comes down pit road. Relinquishes the lead to the 12 of 19. And now, can these guys get through pit road without any penalties? The 88, penalty free this time. Now, the 3 and the 12 should be the next ones that come down, I would want to say. You can hear the 12 let off. He goes below the apron. He will come down this time by. And here comes the 3, undercutting entry. Able to get it slowed down, and the 20 will join them as well. Now, the question is, where will the 88 of JE Racing fall out, along with that 34 of Dan the Man, who is just now coming off of pit road? JE Racing. Now you see the gap between him and the 34. This time around will be for position. Where will the 34 fall throughout the cycle of green flag stops? The 12 of 19. You see the 34 crossing the start-finish line. Off in the distance. He should be able to come out the race leader, and he shall. With ease as they come out of turn 2. The 34 of Dan the Man. Equidistant, though, between those 3 cars that just came off. Actually, I say that was just the 88 intersecting the cars that came off. The 20th, Sir Gillian's lost a bunch of time on pit road. An unfortunate circumstance. 28 laps to go. There will be one more stop with under 10 laps to go. How will that fare for this race? As we're going to go rank it up. Twenty-four and a half laps to go. Here for the 34, Dan the Man, but do not count out that 12 of 19. He is closing that gap. And the 20 of Sir Gillian's able to get by the 88 of JE Racing. Takes back the 4th position. Dan the Man continuing to try and hold off that 12 of 1-9. These two have been on each other all race, fighting for this number 1 spot. And you see the gap there closing. I don't know how far the gap is. Probably about a good car length and a half. But the 12 is starting to cut into the lead. 23 laps to go. Now 22 and a half. The battle is not over for this lead. Now if you're the 12, I was going to say, are you content to run behind the 34? There goes my answer being answered real quick. And the 12 of 1-9 able to take the lead back, but gets tight through 1 and 2. Opens up the bottom for the 34, Dan the Man. Dan the Man unable to capitalize. And then will stay in the 2nd spot. 19mm, your new leader at Kentucky. Right now the gap between these two and 3rd is about a little under 3-second gap. So if you want to know what a 3-second gap at Kentucky looks like, well, there it is. Right now the laps will continue to count down until we hit that final green flag stop. So many ways to go about this last green flag stop. Either you come in with like 10 to go, right now 20 laps to go, 19 and a half laps remain here at Kentucky. We expect to see these guys come down pit road within the next 10 laps, and right now 1-9 continuing to lead them around this 1.5 mile oval. See the 34 back off the entry, able to hold that car on the bottom, not worrying about it getting tight, and he's able to get right back to the bumper of the 12, and you see the run that he gets once he goes down the back straightaway. Definitely probably saving that in the memory bank to be able to use at the end there. Maybe he won't have to if he's able to get to the inside of 1-9. But unable to. See him back up the corner again. 12 looks to be super tight through the corners. Excuse me. Unable to really get the entry he wants. Meanwhile, the 34 able to back up his entry and get the most on exit. And you see it paying dividends. Able to get right back to the bumper. And now you see him go to the inside of the 12 of 1-9. The 34, Dan the Man, takes the lead back with just under 20 laps to go. Now 17 laps remain. What can 1-9 do to draw himself closer to that 34? You can just tell that car is not handling the way 1-9 wants to, and that is why he will come down this time. Ooh, excuse me. Car was getting tight. Oh no, the 20 misses entry. Oh no. I don't think that's a penalty on the 20, but definitely not how you want to enter pit road. That is a very exuberant way to enter. And now with everybody coming down, the 34 elects to stay out. Meanwhile, the rest of the field came down. The 12, the 20, the 3. The 88 actually stays out. Maybe trying to play the saving game here. What will the 37 or the 34 do? Sounds of it, he will be coming down this time, and he will. Dan the Man elects to stay out 2 laps longer, as we now have about 15. We're going to be coming to 15 laps to go this time by when he crosses the line, as slow as he shall. Actually, I think we already are on 15 laps to go. Yes, this will be for 15 to go. It looks like 1-9 will be your race. No, sorry, this is to get the lead back. JE Racing and the 34 on the same lap ahead of everybody else. The 34 off the pit road. Where is the 12? Here he is coming across the tri-oval. Now 14 to go. The 12 of 1-9 looks like he can take the lead and take it by 4th. Oh my. What a job on pit road by the 12 of 1-9. Left everybody in the dust, and look at the gap between him and second. BDR Tristan Dobbs actually able to come back out in 3rd position here, as now the race for the lead is on. What can the 34 do? We've seen him make up this kind of ground before. He has the 2-lap pressure tires. Oh, the 20 gets loose in the back. Oh, made a heavy contact with the inside wall, and look at the damage on the 20. Almost makes contact with the outside wall. That car is damn near killed right now. Now we go back to the leaders. You see the 34 closing in on the 12. We are coming to 11 laps to go here at Kentucky. 1-9 out in front, but for how long? Right now, the gap between 2nd and 3rd, about 4 seconds, my bad. Just under 4 seconds. So the fight for the win will be between the 34 and the 12, barring a caution, which we almost had with the 20 hitting the wall. And you see just how off the pace he is. The 88 off of turn 2, able to get right to his bumper, almost crashes himself in the process. Now gets around the 20. And the 88 of JE will move himself up to P4. And now you see the gap ever closer between the 12 and the 34. This to bring it to, I believe, 9 laps to go. The race for the win is on. A car length will separate your leaders. Who can win the fight as they come through turns 3 and 4? I believe it is 9 laps to go. Here they go. The fight for the win is on, and the 34 of Dan the Man to the inside of 1-9. The pressure tires playing key here. But now 1-9 able to get back in the draft of the 34. And now shoots to the inside. He'll try and take the lead back into 3. Now we come to 7 laps to go. The 34 does a crossover. Through 3 and 4, he'll be back to the inside. Back to the lead as the 12 looks to do the same thing as they enter into 1. You see him trying to get right in the wake. Use that draft from the 34. The 34 holds down the bottom, protecting the low side of the track. Hard entry into 3. You see him get tight. Runs it up the hill, giving the 12 the run through 3 and 4. This battle is not over. The 34 has the tires. The 12 has the draft. 5 laps to go. 4.5 now. 12 trying to do whatever he can to stay with the 34. But you're starting to see maybe those fresher tires starting to pay them dividends. 4 to go. What can 1.9 do? The gap about a car length and a half now. Dan the Man did an excellent job last week at the Glen. What can he do here with the lead? You see him breaking away. 1.9 trying to find the line that can help that car get some speed. Oh, and the 20 spins! Back to the inside again. And we stay green. Sir Gillians, you see him there at the bottom. Trying to just muscle that car around. The last thing the leaders want to see is a caution. The 12 of 1.9 still sticking with the 34 of Dan the Man. Now I have no idea how many laps we have left to go. I'm going to assume we're going to start with 4 and work our way up from there. We're going to stay on the super conservative side. The 20 able to make his way to pit road. 4 to go. We're going to call it 4 to go. The 12, loose out of 2. You see him trying to regain it. He stays with it. 3 to go this time by for the 34 of Dan the Man. What a job by this 34. Found himself in the back of the pack. Multiple times has fought his way from 5th to 1st. This is the white flag lap. Sorry, that was the checkered flag, and that is Dan the Man, your race winner at Kentucky. I was not conservative enough, might be. What a job by the 34. Back-to-back race wins for Dan the Man. Gets a congratulatory bump from the 20 of Sir Gillians we're going to go with. And the 12 gave it everything he had at the end. But 1.9 will come home in P2. Tristan Dobbs able to come home in 3rd. What a podium finish for him as he looks to keep his hot streak going. Sir Gillians giving everybody a good bump. Congratulatory bump through this course. What a job by that 34. Definitely one to keep your eye on as this season continues. But definitely want to thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, hit that like button and subscribe, baby. Got these coming to you every Monday. Another congratulations out to Dan the Man, back-to-back race winner, and your race winner today at Kentucky. Good night, everybody.